Hi everyone, my name's Glenn and I'm a historian. I love looking at old places and finding evidence of our past. So I'm down here at the Rocks and at Sydney Harbour, which is one of the most important historic places in Sydney. And I found this sign that says Tullawallada. I know that Tullawallada means a name for this place from the Gadigal Aboriginal people. They are the traditional owners of this land, and they would have lived around here before the Europeans arrived on the first fleet right here at Circular Quay. It looked a lot different than it does today. This would have been the bush going right down to the edge of the water, and the Aboriginal people would have used things in this area to help them live here. So they would have used things from the natural environment like shells. This is an oyster shell and it would have been a really useful tool for cutting things. They could also use this little wooden bowl called a coolerman. It could be quite big or quite small, and it was a handy thing to help carry things. For example, they could carry water from the stream, or they could grind up seeds in the wooden bowl. To help them when they're walking around, they could also make a bag. So over here, I've got a bag, and this is a dilly bag that Aboriginal people would have used to help them when they're in the bush. They could put it on their shoulder, and that way they could keep their hands free when they're collecting things out of the bush. There would have been thousands of Aboriginal people living around in this area before the first Europeans came, and they landed right over there where the ferries are behind me. And this sign has been put here to remind us about the Gadigal Aboriginal people. There's even a little map over here that says things like Warani. That's what Aboriginal people would have called the water just over there. So we know what different names are around here, like Tullawallada, which means this area, because an Aboriginal girl called Pattigarang was teaching the Gadigal language to an English soldier called William Dawes, and he wrote it down in his diary.